Hi guys, this is your girl Ruby. How are we doing today? So today I want to talk about something that one of my friends she reached out to me and she asked me to mention it on my channel. As you guys know, my channel is about me and my lifestyle, but I promised her that I will talk about it to see if we can get the views and opinion of others, to see if what was done to her was something done out of rage or, you know, professional or unprofessional. And so let me dive into it, right? What happened? She reached out to me and she told me that she has been with her present job, or I'm not sure she's still employed there. She has been with her present job for the past going on 8, 9 years, and she fell sick, right? She fell sick and she was on medical leave, medical leave of absence because she had like a critical illness and she was unable to work for a while. So while she was out, it was like what they call it, intermediate FMLA, family medical leave of absence. So she would go into work whenever time they put her on the schedule to come into work. She would go into work. So she was out doing her care for her treatment, for her treatment and all of that. And one day she told me that she got a call from her manager or supervisor or something like that, someone at work, and they had asked her to come into work because they wanted to talk to her. So she went into work and they spoke with her at work, and they told her that as you know, we are going into our slow season. We're going into our slow season, and they told her that they're going to be slow for a while, approximately 3 to 4 months, and they will have to take her off her full-time duty and put her on on on-call on-call duty, meaning she's going to lose all her benefits. And I think she told me that they would call her into work as they needed her. So in my opinion, they were gonna put her off, but she would still have to make herself available for work whenever they call her into work. So I was saying to her that I don't think I don't think that's right of them to be doing that to her, because if because if because if they're going to do that, that means you're going to have to make yourself available for them whenever time they call you into work. If I'm incorrect, can someone please correct me? So I told her that I think you should go and you should you should go and look another job. Don't just sit and wait for them, because I mean, you have bills to pay. She wasn't been working for almost 8 months because, as I said, she was on FMLA, and they would call her in whenever time they needed her to come in. They would call her to come in. So, um, what she did, she lost all of her benefits, and I think this was wrong because with her being at the property for so long. She haven't been written up. She haven't gotten into any trouble. She told me that it was like she was targeted because what happened is that is a place like this, if they don't schedule you for hours, they need you to come and ask them, isn't there any hours? Why am I not being scheduled? And but there are other people in the department who, no matter what, there's always on the schedule each week. They're always getting their 40 hours. But she said she thinks she was targeted because she's not sloppy, chatty with the managers and asking them that, telling them that she has her bills to be paid and she needs hours and all of that. And in my opinion, if you have a job and you have to be going to them and asking them for hours, that's not a job. That's like a plaything. They don't respect you, they don't respect you because people work because they need money. They have their life, they have their social life, they have their personal life, they have their bills and all of that. And if you have to be going to them to ask them for hours, I think, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's like, come on, we just use you as we need you. So, you know, I would, if that was me, I would have been out of there. I wouldn't stay, you know. And these people, I think they were in inhumane because they knew that she was ill. She has all her medical bills. She told me she has all her medical bills to be paid. She had all her medical bills to be paid. And these flip her off the schedule like that. She has no job. She has her kid going to school. She had her kids going to school. She had her car payment. She has mortgage, and they just kick her off the schedule like that. And I think it was very, very wrong of them to do what they did to her. So that's my opinion. So I know there are maybe ways in which she could go and get compensated. But I'm not, in America, every state has their own law, and in Florida, it's we call it a work to something. I forgot what they call it, but they can just fire you for no reason. They can fire you. Your manager can the right to work, something like that. If the manager, you can come to work today, and because the manager maybe doesn't like the cologne or the perfume you're wearing, or they can just fire you for nothing, no reason. They doesn't have to give because it's a work to right state, something like that. They doesn't have to give a reason for terminating your service. And I think a lot of these managers in this industry here in Florida kind of use that against people, and I think it is wrong. It's barbaric, because people have their bills. When you're going to look at someone who is terminal, with a terminal sickness, who has their bills, their hospital bills to be paid, and you're going to tell them that you're going to put them on call out of everyone in that department. That's bullshit, downright bullshit. You're a wicked manager. You're evil. What you did to my friend, you need to be punished. If God was like man, you know people, that's the reason why people do evil things and think evil things, because of persons like you. So I just said to my friend, just pray for them. Pray for the HR department, pray for the manager, pray for the staff, that they will look into themselves and see what they did was wrong. Because you don't just do someone like that just because they think that she is sick and she's unable to perform. She never one day yet, I asked her, she told me she never one day yet refuses to do her job. She always shows up on time. If they have a banquet, after she got sick, she noticed that the manager, if they have a banquet for like 200 people, they would be pressuring her alone to do that prep for that 200 people, 150 people. They would be pushing her alone to be doing all that prep. And it's like they just wanted was to get rid of her, but they didn't have a reason to get rid of her. because she's always showing up for work, she's always doing her job, and she's always completing her task before before the needed time, you know. So that was the only way to get rid of her. Okay, let's told her that we're going to be short on hours for at least another 3 months, and that's the only way to get rid of her, because if we're going to be short on hours for another 3 months, then she will have to go and do something else, right? And I think that was so wrong. So I try to encourage my friend to tell her to just be strong, because there's always a way out. And sometimes one door closed for you, and even because you were there for she said about 8 9 years, even though she was there for about 8 9 years, sometimes door closes, and the opportunities are just waiting out there for you, because you'll never know that you can do better until you move out. Sometimes maybe you have done your time there, that wasn't the place for you anymore, and that's the reason for you to move on. So she asked me if I could put their name out there. I won't. I wish I could, because I would really blast their name and let people in the Orlando, Florida area know that that's not the right place. That's not the right fit for no one to be going to work. Because if they can do that to someone who has been sick, and they know, they know, they know that this person needed their job. They know that this person needed their job, and this is what they did. I mean, that was wrong. Who do that to someone? Who does that to someone? And if this could, if this could reach out to them, they know themselves. I won't call their names or anything, but and to HR out there, HR are not for the employees. HR are for the property, because if the HR is going to go to you and tell you that, hey, we have to, your manager said that they have to take you off the schedule because they're slow, and why didn't you like say, she said they have different properties. They didn't reach out to other properties to see if they could fill her in somewhere. They just took her off the property, off the schedule. So that is to show you that HR is not for the employees. HR are for the owners of the property. They try to save money. They do what's best for them, because guess what? HR, they are securing their paycheck. And why is it that whenever time things get slow at a property, the ones at the bottom, they always feel it the most? They don't I think this property, they are so stupid. The managers, even the boss, they're so foolish, because the first thing they should target, if they're not getting any business, check out your sales team, your marketing team. They're the one who's not doing their job, because guess what? They're sitting on their fat, skinny, big, small, or whatever asses in their office, because even if they sell rooms or sell functions, they get paid no matter what at the end of the month or the end of the 2 weeks. But the ones in the kitchen, in the outlets, in the housekeeping department, they're the one who faces it. Oh, we did not sell any rooms this week, so we're going to have to cut your hours. No, damn it, after all, the people in sales and the one who's doing the marketing, they're the one who's to be fired, not the ones, because they did not do anything. So if you shape your department up and go off those person, they will know that they're supposed to do their damn job, instead of being on the phone, TikToking, being on social media, being on Instagram or whatever while they're at work. They're supposed to be marketing your damn property. So you will be in that number. So you won't have to put people who are sick, who need their medical bills to be paid. You're going to tell them that you're going to have to take them off the schedule, and they're going to lose their benefits and everything. That's damn bullshit. And for my friend, I hope you find something. I do hope you find something, because I know you are capable of doing what you do, because you're a damn good employee, and they don't know what you're not losing nothing. You're not losing nothing being not being a part of that, of their work family anymore. They're losing a damn good employee. So, my friend, I wish you all the best in your endeavors. And for those of you who have other things that you like to for me to be mentioned on my channel, you can just reach out to me. I'll leave the description. You can just reach out to me, and I'm glad to be and hear and am out for you. So until then, people, let's say bye for now. Walk good. Peace out.